This is Warlord GDX with geekhorde.com. Going to show you a couple of really cool products today. I'm just wanting to share a video review because I got these through the mail and I haven't looked at them. They're absolutely just awesome. So I just really want to share it with everybody. It's the Counter Collection Heroic Tier and the 4th edition Battlebox from FieryDragon.com. If you don't know about FieryDragon.com, they're a small business that basically creates card stock counters for your D&D game, or really just your fantasy game. But obviously these are created for creatures from the Monster Manual, and we'll just kind of go through that. We'll just kind of go through that info as we look in the box. But this will give you a good idea. You can get the box in the mail. This is what you're going to see when you open it up. Now, I've been playing with this a little bit, so everything's out of order, and a lot of the cardstock sheets have been punched out, so it looks a little junky, but you get a good idea. The Heroic Tier Counter Collection is all the Heroic Tier monsters from the Monster Manual 1 in counter form. Now, let me show you the thing I love the most about this. Let me open this guy up here. Now, this comes, both of these boxes come with a battle mat, and the battle mat's pretty sizable. It's not a huge battle mat, but it is nice. I mean, I'm going to stick with my Chessex battle mat that you see in the background here, but this battle mat is great for if you just want to carry it with you, like if you're traveling. This would be a great and quick battle mat on the go. Only caveat, it's got this crease in it here, so that's going to make dice rolling a pain, or setting up your minis. If you just so happen to land in one of these squares, it might be an issue, but it's no biggie. It's just great that this actually came with a battle mat. Now, here we go. This is meat potatoes right here. Pretty much creature counters for the entire Heroic Tier of the Monster Manual 1. Now, let me show you the thing I like most about this. Now, you may not be able to see it. I'm going to bring it up to the camera here. But let's look at, let's say, skeletons up here at the top. My favorite thing about this counter collection is you have multiples of the monsters, as opposed to just one. One of the problems I've always had is I have a mini for a monster, but sure, I don't have 7 of them, and we all need more than one, right? Especially for the minions in 4th edition. Now, another great thing is when you look at these counters, these are what the characters see when the combat begins, or when the characters happen to spot them. When they're bloodied in combat, you just turn them over and you got a red border for bloodied. That's great. And they're organized. You can see at the top of this of each of the counter sheets. Up at the top, you're going to have creature size and creature level. And at the bottom, it gives you the name of each one, and that's just, it's easy organizing. And also on the bloodied side, it gives the name of them too. So if you get all of your counters junked up like I do, you can still keep track of them and keep track of what they are. And that's pretty much that. And the counter collection is just wonderful for DM. This is great. I'll never have to rely on minis again, unless I can help it. And let's see, here you got some of the larger monsters. These are large, so you can see that they're all well represented. The art is really good, and so on and so forth. So that is the counter collection, Heroic 1. Now here is the 4th edition Battlebox. This is a really cool guy too. We kind of speed through this stuff. Comes with a dry erase pen. Of course, you can pick one up at Walmart, but it's just nice to have one there. This one has dungeon dressings. You can see I've already punched some out. See, we have some various and sundry things: tables, crates, barrels, statues up here. It looks like we have some cauldron of burning embers, or brazier of burning embers, skeletons, natural rocks, all that cool stuff. Now, these are counters that count vertical distance. These are great. You can basically stack them under the PC's mini, or you can stack them underneath the counter. Each of these for the number, the big font number that you see is for the number of squares. So 2 of these would equal 10 feet square, or I'm sorry, 2 squares, 10 feet vertical distance. So that makes it easy to keep track of your flyers. And this is cool, character record sheets. Now, the Wizards of the Coast character generator is a wonderful tool, but Fiery Dragon is not assuming that you have access to a computer, or that basically they want to create a complete battle set. So they have character record sheets. And they also have power record sheets to write down the powers that you're using. And these are great. These are the power radius overlays. You just lay them out on the battle mat. And you see we got a large radius here. We've got a couple of smaller ones. I don't know if you can see them, but we've got single, it looks like single square radius effects for your powers as well. And here's another overlay sheet for the medium size and some smaller sized ones. Okay, these are great. And just real quick, attention to detail. I love these runes that they have around them. They didn't need to do that, but I think that's pretty cool, you know. Here's some more dungeon dressings. These are some of the larger pieces here. You can see it looks to be tombs, statues. It's like a forge. And here's of course your table and chairs, your beds, all sorts of cool stuff. Here are your power tracking sheets. This is for if you're going to be not using the WotC tool. Once again, it's a full battle set, or a full battle box, so it's got all of the stuff that you need to really create your character and get it going without any other help. Here's some tokens you can give your characters, your players, for their number of action points. You can give them for bloodied status. For daily item use, you can hand these out just to make sure that everyone keeps track of that. Second wind uses, and of course the dreaded failed death save. So you give your character 3 of these, and they're toast. Player combat tracking sheet. This is great. This is like a shorthand, so it's dry erase as well. So you have a character that could request this, and it'd be a quick way for them to keep track of things. Okay, combat record sheet. This is probably one of my favorite things in the Battlebox. You keep you keep track of the initiative over here on the left. You can do the name or the type of creature, and over here you can do stuff like number of creatures, the hit points, and you can do the bloodied status as well. This is great. You keep track of your daily encounters, your counter powers, your action points, all that cool stuff. And up here we've got the initiative order as well, with some white space for writing some of your notes. This is dry erase as well, so you can reuse it, and that's just wonderful. I mean, that's just going to make my initiative taking much more easier. And here we have the condition sheet. This is another great one. You can see the instructions over here. You're going to fold it so that it can sit up right on the battle mat, or you can use these spiffy little stands to keep these guys going, and you can just toss them out on the battle mat when someone gets a condition. Great way of keeping up with it. Makes it a lot easier. One of the things about the Battlebox too is that it has counters for your PCs. So if you feel kind of junky about let's say your players using minis while you're using your counters, they could just as easily pick a character representation out here. It's organized by class at the bottom, with cleric, fighter, paladin, so on and so forth. And every race of the core rulebook 1 is represented. And these, like the other heroic counters for the monsters, have a bloodied side as well. Very cool. The rest of this are just the loose ones that I've picked out, but you can kind of get an idea that it comes with plenty of stuff, a lot of dungeon dressings. It comes with a full inn and tavern dungeon dressing, which is really nice. And I should mention that these work really well with the Dungeons & Dragons of the WotC dungeon tile set. So that is the FieryDragon.com Battlebox, 4th edition, and the Heroic Tier Counter Collection. Now these are wonderful tools. These are absolutely great. I can't recommend them enough. They both retail together for, I believe, 60 or 70 USD, but I'm not sure. I want to make sure on that. I've had a great experience with the company. They get my highest recommendation. Thank you very much for watching.